Periyarpura has healthcare centers, primary to postgraduate level education, and vocational training centers. This has resulted in large-scale employment generation and creation of number of entrepreneurs with active support of 1,500 self-help groups. 200 acres of wasteland has been developed into a cultivable land with innovative water management scheme such as contour ponds, watershed for storing and irrigating the fields. All the villagers are busy in cultivation, planting jatropha, herbal and medicinal plants, power generation using biomass, food processing, above all running market centers. The model has emanated independent of any government initiative. The model has emanated independent of any government initiative. I could see the bubbling enthusiasm of the villagers during my interaction with them. In addition to this, today Periyarpura has embarked on a new project called One Village, One Product scheme. That's a novel scheme I have described in a big way in my paper, and you can study that next. Friends, I would like to some of the students and faculty members of SRM University to visit Periyarpura, get the first-hand knowledge about the development of Puras. Based on this experience, multidisciplinary teams can be formed by SRM College located in rural areas to plan Pura complexes in Kanchipuram district with clear goals such as education for all, enhanced employment opportunities both farm and non-farm, creation of rural enterprises of the region, and provision of quality health care for all, provision of cost efficient, energy efficient, water efficient Pakka houses for all, and availability of clean potable water, and environmental upgradation through the use of renewable energy sources such as solar, wind and biogas. With these challenges and opportunities in front of you, now let me first discuss about the convergence of technology, which is the hope of the future, how Internet too taking shape, leading towards the creation of a virtual laboratories in a borderless world, resulting into a virtual universities, redefining the world of learning in a knowledge society. This is my last. What is convergence of technology? Information technology and communication technology have already converged, as you all know, leading to information communication technology, ICT. Information technology combined with biotechnology, as you know, has led to bioinformatics. Now, nanotechnology is knocking at our doors. It is the field of the future that will replace according to me, that will replace the microelectronics and many fields with tremendous application potential in the area of medicine, electronics and material science. When nanotechnology and ICT meet, integrated silicon electronics, photonics are born, and it can be said that material convergence will happen. With material convergence and biotechnology linked, a new science called intelligence bioscience will be born, which would lead to a disease-free, happy, more intelligent human habitat with longevity and high human capacities. Convergence of bio-nano infotechnologies, convergence of bio-nano information technologies can lead to nanorobots when they are injected into patient. My expert friends say will diagnose and deliver the treatment exclusively in the affected area, and then the nanorobot gets it digested as it is a DNA based product. This product I saw somewhere in Seoul, South Korea. Convergence of ICT, aerospace and nanotechnologies will emerge and revolutionize the aerospace industry and the electronics, leading to nanocomputing system. This technological convergence, what I talked so far, will enable building of cost-effective, low-weight, high-payload, highly reliable aerospace system, which can be used for interplanetary transportation. Till recently, silicon till recently, silicon and its siblings were considered to be inefficient as sensors, actuators, and photosynthesis. Many changes have set in. The convergence of computers, communication, and sensing into a single smart device, and the ability to have a mobile and communicate between them is leading the research and development in an important area of sensor networks. This research is revolutionizing our monitoring system, be it is in the area of environment and pollution control, be it in the area of agriculture for crop health monitoring, and be it in the area of surveillance. The sensor network are finding newer applications. This is another convergence of function that will be very important in our future system. From now onwards, nanotechnology will take a center place in the convergence of technologies. Now friends, one word about Internet 2, because most of you are using Internet 1 and some of us using Internet 2. The world is moving towards Internet 2 application. Internet 2, I am making interest on. Internet 2 applications require advanced networks. That is, these applications will not run across commercial internet connections. Internet 2 applications require enhanced networking functionality such as high bandwidth, low latency, latency means delay, or multicast not available on our commercial internet connections. Internet 2 is about everything we do in higher education. Therefore, we encourage and support application developed in all disciplines from the science through arts and humanities. Whether you are in the classroom, the laboratory, the library, or in the dorm, you should be able to access internet application that provide benefit. This will ultimately provide equitable access to the entire education system beyond just the lectures and lecturers. Thus, the bandwidth is the demolisher of the imbalances and the great leveler in the knowledge society. We have rich knowledge institution, but what we have to add is connectivity. Making the bandwidth available on demand and accessible at any time has been considered at the demand and supply side of economics. Many things are not done because it's too hard, takes too long, and does not have the capabilities. That's why all of you friends, you have to do such type of thing. Now I would like to, the next area, I would like to talk to you, virtual university. In the world of virtual university, the equitable access to all its participants is the primary goal. I visualize this your university transformed virtual university in few years. Unlike in the real world, the equitable access always is a democratic average. In the virtual universities, the equitable access always means equitable access to the best resources, be it in the teachers, be it in the library, be it in the laboratory, available across the network. In effect, the network brings the best of the participants to every one of its participants. For example, I had when I was a president, we had got a studio. Mr. Ponraj has established a studio in Rashtrapati Bhavan. From that studio, I can talk to multiple universities, take a class. And I can take a class, the students can ask me questions in real time. So friends, it's such type of teleconference you can do. What you need is a good university. Then all the colleges can be connected. That's why the power of networking can definitely be used by SRM University for providing quality education to students located in different parts of the country. Bandwidth is the demolisher of imbalance, as I said, and a great leveler in knowledge society. Now, finally, I would like to say research, teaching research. Ultimately, good teaching emanates from research. The teachers' love for research and their experience in research are vital for the growth of the institution. Any university is judged by the level and the extent of the research work it accomplishes. This sets in a regenerative cycle of excellence. Experience of research leads to quality teaching, and quality teaching imparted to the young in turn enriches the research.